It was a cold, grey evening. She sat in a corner of the cafe, sipping the cheapest coffee they had. Her fingers moved slowly over a worn notebook, not because she was in a hurry, but because it was the only moment in her day that felt alive. Outside, the world passed her by, but inside, another world, a magical one, was being born. She was broke, divorced, alone, a single mother living on government support. Her only escape, a story in her head about a boy with a lightning scar and a destiny bigger than himself. She had no job, no family support, and, at times, no will to live. Still, she wrote. At night, while her baby slept, on napkins, on scraps, in cafes when the heating in her flat stopped working. The world had given up on her, but she refused to give up on the world she was creating. She sent her manuscript to a dozen publishers, and every single one rejected it. Too long, too strange, too risky. Who would want to read a fantasy book for kids, they said. 12 rejections, 12 closed doors. Her self-doubt whispered, maybe they're right. But one voice was louder, not in the world around her, but inside her mind. A boy named Harry, a castle called Hogwarts, a girl with wild hair and a wand. She kept writing, not for money, not for fame, but because the story refused to leave her. Then her manuscript reached the desk of a small publishing house, Bloomsbury. The editor there wasn't sure what to make of it, so he handed the first chapter to his 8-year-old daughter. She read it in one sitting and looked up wide-eyed, asking for more. That simple moment, a child asking for the next chapter, helped convince the editor to take a chance. They offered a small advance and warned her, don't expect much. The first print run, just 500 copies, some sent to libraries, but something unexpected happened. Children didn't just read the book, they devoured it. And then they begged for more. Word spread. Fast. Parents, teachers, critics, they all saw what publishers had missed. This wasn't just a book, it was a world, a mirror, a spell. Soon, she was not just a struggling mom, she was a literary force. The world now knows her as J.K. Rowling, the creator of Harry Potter. But most forget who she was before the fame. They forget the tears, the trauma, the therapy. They forget that her greatest magic wasn't in the books, it was in surviving long enough to write them. She didn't just write a book, she built a universe. J.K. Rowling became the first author in history to reach billionaire status through writing alone. No Hollywood fame, no royal blood, just pen and paper. Her 7 Harry Potter books sold over 500 million copies, making it one of the best-selling series of all time. They've been translated into over 80 languages, letting children and adults around the world step into Hogwarts. The world she created turned into a global empire, 8 blockbuster films, theme parks across continents, a Broadway play, fan fiction, merchandise, a digital platform, and an unshakable legacy. But beyond the numbers, her real success was emotional. She gave people a place to belong, a story about bravery, friendship, and choosing what's right over what's easy. Millions of readers, many of whom were struggling too, found hope in her words. They saw themselves in the orphan boy who didn't give up, and in doing so, they also believed maybe they could be more than what life told them they were. What's the real lesson here? That even when life breaks you down, even when the world says no, your story still matters. Write it, live it, fight for it. You don't need a perfect life to create something powerful. You just need belief and persistence. Because sometimes rock bottom is where the real magic begins. If this story moved you, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who needs inspiration, and subscribe for more stories that go deeper than just fame. we uncover the soul behind the success. See you in the next story.